2020 is going to be a big year for the Gulf with Expo 2020 on the horizon, the Saudi leadership of the G20, more efforts towards diversification, economic diversification in the region. How do you think a risk of escalation of tension throughout the year will affect these big events and the general economic environment in the region?
We've had the opportunity over the past few days to measure the impact of the two attacks, the U.S. strike that killed Qasem Soleimani and also the Iranian retaliatory strike. And what I found in measuring the impact of these events in global markets is that the response was relatively subdued. The price of oil and safe haven assets like gold did spike initially, and stocks dropped. However, in the immediate aftermath, we saw a stabilization and either a dip in those prices or a rebound, depending on the movement of the direction in the first place. Ultimately, I believe the markets gauged that there was not going to be a direct disruption to the free flow of oil or commerce in the Gulf region. And that allowed them to largely shrug off fears that this conflict would evolve into a more substantial series of tensions or war. That being said, I believe that these attacks do present an important stress test for the region's economies. On the short term, we could look at the price of Aramco shares being an indication of what exactly the impact of these attacks have been. At peak trading for Aramco earlier in December, we saw the price of shares trading at around 38 Saudi Riyal. Now those have edged downward to about 34 Saudi Riyal. In the medium term, the escalation of tensions in the region will certainly complicate the ability for economic policymakers to pull off successful high-profile events in 2020. I'm thinking specifically Dubai Expo 2020 and the G20 summit in Riyadh. This is an excellent opportunity for these economies to showcase economic reforms and progress that they've made in the preceding months and years. But nevertheless, an escalation of tensions will make it very difficult to attract the crowds and the attention that these economic policymakers want.